We have made many accountings for this tale in many books and shirters throughout the Freema and other accountings. Before they filled the hole at the Clem, which is a city in southern East Michigan that we see, there was a way of life that was not altogether untoward a way we see. And there were 3 or 4 different sets of tools, which we refer to as people or groups of people, because it was different in that area and area. In it, we knew there were 8 or more different castes of people, including the gut, which Ralphie was akin to in a slight respect. We always knew there was a werewolf or 2 in the area. This is because the hole will lead them to the Comba Sorier, which is in the south to it a bit, which is a way they see Tikus, which is out in the lake, which is some way they see it. This is what the yellow-eyed boy is supposed to represent, not an elf. I don't know why his eyes were yellow and not blue in the final script, and we went over it, and they requested his eyes be yellow because we thought it was more sinister, which is not the right we. He said that is fine. It will just be, we will see it this way. I see. For her to see a way. We built this thing from the ground up. There are limericks to describe how it is hanging, and it is built into the walls in many ways. We have gone over it with a fine-tooth comb. It will not fall if there is an earthquake of a V10 that splits the area near to it, but not that far away, and it will stand and it will stay still. We were quite delighted when we started building it. They thought this work will actually never end, but they were wrong. It was done in nearly a year. The foundation had been set and the top had nearly been filled. They said, I cannot believe the progress we made in a year. And they knew. It's already done. Without this being said, the city itself was to the east and north a bit, which we call Grand Old Park now, but it is not there. It was demolished shortly after the rebuilding of the new city over the hole. Grand Old Park is considered to be one of the greatest mistakes in all of Eastern literature and home building. They should have never taken this place off the map or demolished it in any respect. Anyone who thinks different is probably why we have so many problems with our underworld here, which is upscented kid, which means has a line to the way. We have gone through these many times, and we said, if only we had done what we could have and not done what they wanted us to do in the best interest. Her mom, do you know what we see? This is a problem. Her mom is a whore. They don't like that. They don't like that Joan of Arc is someone they don't see. They said, we must see a way. And they said, no. They don't like who Joan of Arc's mom is. What the hell does it have to do with this project? They said, we must see a way. We see it. We had these arguments behind closed doors about the final castrating of this. And as you can see, I'm getting off topic. It is no longer about this show and Ralphie's little life and how the things work, but Ralphie knows about these things as well. And this is the greater detail to it. If you listen to the whole thing in phonica, which is the way a telephone used to operate in the 1930s and 40s, you will see that some of this information is in there because this is how it was originally written. And we made sure we stuck to the script this way and that they couldn't alter all of the scriptings we made. So there is no way in, and they know it, and we see it, and this is the problem. And they said it many times, it has to be our way, but they are not who lamp-legged this project. We have gone over it 10 billion times with other people and other groups, and they say, They were trying to invade or overthrow or any sort of a thing to make you do what they say. It had to be done that way. We just don't see why. He knows exactly what it is. It's for them to say that someone we knew owed them so that they were under their derision. And in this way, if all we did was knuckle under, they would have been in control of the way in some aspect that he sees it. This, of course, has something to do with the one we see as Vlad Tepes, a way we don't see, which is, of course, a problem because we see a way when we see it in Freemasonry, and he's known as Poop the Glubisser. And we know who Poop the Glubisser was before a way. And this is something we have a problem with because when we see these ways, Poop the Glubisser has little to nothing to do with Freemasonry. He would not sit. You must understand that when we see these ways, he will not work for no coin, and this is how he sees his way. They must work for him for no coin, and it's like there are two. And I'm sure you understand that this is the problem, but not only is there two, there's 38 to some of our accountings. I won't go over this number with you, but the pi is 4, and it's 8, and then it's 3 and 2, and you will see what we see. We know that if you know what I see, this story has never been completed. And if you were ever trying to write a follow-up to it, you will never even get halfway done. Our friends and neighbors who live in this area, who have lived here since the grand old place, we see some way that is not a way we see. We want to know the way in. We want to know these ways. We know how to write these codes. We've been waiting our whole lives to see a way. We were told we would be able to see a way and take care of the Sioux we see, which was always problematic. Even for the L in the original day. I don't know if you know this, but dude, it's hard here. Our lives are not that easy here. I don't like to cry. I know you know this, but some of us absolutely do not allow debtors to call our homes anymore. We will not get into street fights. We have a rule about it. We just go, okay, and we walk away. And yeah, we're like a pussy and a bitch or whatever. But you try to run that shit in my crib, I'm gonna pop you real quick. Everybody knows the problems we have. These were made here, and we could not have them, and we had these problems. We said, why can't we have them? And they said, oh, you will have them, but not this way. And we found out they were not allowed to ship to us directly because someone has made it that we cannot have what we made any longer because they see it. We went over this multiple times. 100 billion times, and we found out that one of them had something to do with Huffy, and since he had something to do with Huffy, he had something to do with Daisy, and the list goes on for about 34 names, and then it goes backwards some, because some of them instantly cut ties with any English because they're like, oh, we owe them a little money? No, we don't, and it's paid, and he got his little money, and he ran away, and he had a party, and he made a suit, and he sold it to some foreign national or Euro trash or something, which is the way some of us see, and you know what he sell. And this is, of course, because of the war, and you know it is. And if V wasn't for victory, I'll tell you, it's V is to steal everything out of the American mouth, just like it was before the war. I'll tell you what, we were never that close, and why we got into bed with them during the war? I wish we had gone with Germany the entire time. G for Germany, and that's all I have to say about it now. We went over it a billion times. You already know what I say. We don't see a way. This film was very popular, and I think I'm done talking now. I just wanted to end cap it and say the Mandalorians were right about everything. We should have never seen a way they see, and now we see no way we see.